Have you ever wanted to have a custom box made to fit your game cards perfectly? If so, this video is going to be for you. This is going to be Dungeons & Dragons crafting card boxes. Hi guys, I'm DM Dunn, and today I'm going to show you how you can make custom game boxes to fit all the decks of cards that you have, whether they're magic cards, magic spell cards, or magic items, or even monster cards. So whatever kind of cards that you have at your game table, if you want to have a nice, convenient, custom built and custom designed card box to hold them and keep them organized, we're going to show you how to do that today. Couple of things that you're going to want to get is I used some chipboard. If you want to substitute cardboard, you can do that as well. Obviously a nice sharp knife to keep those cuts clean. I do recommend starting with a brand new blade instead of one that you've already used, so you can get a nice clean cuts on these to get nice clean edges. I like to use a metal ruler to help you get those nice clean cuts. We also used some tacky glue, some hot glue. And then the other thing that I used is at the Dollar Tree, you can grab this foam board for $1. You get lots of foam. But also it's nice because you can pull the paper off generally pretty easily. So those are the kind of supplies that you're going to need. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure the width of your card on top of your chipboard. But don't forget to add the width of the foam because the foam is going to be the walls. And you're going to have 2 walls, so double the thickness of the foam in addition to the card. Now, once you have your base cut and made, then you're going to want to make some walls as well. And you'll make those walls the exact same measurements as each of those 4 sides of your base. Once you go from the edge of your walls and go in, you're going to go in the thickness of the foam, and you're going to cut out a notch, at least halfway up that wall, or down, whichever way you're looking at it. And you don't want to just make 1 cut for the notch. You're going to want to make 2 cuts for that notch so that you can actually cut out a little skinny piece of that chipboard so that the 2 pieces can end up wedging together, making a nice cohesive corner. So once you have all of that done, then you're going to go ahead and measure and cut some foam that's going to fit inside of each of those notches on those little walls. Then you're going to want to go ahead and put those on. So I peeled off the paper, and then I used the tacky glue in order to adhere it. Now, take your finger and just kind of smear it around so that you have nice even coverage for that glue, so that you don't have any spots that don't have it. And you also make sure that it's not too thick as well. Once you get those all placed, place those underneath some nice, beautiful, heavy gaming books. If you've got a player's handbook and or a DMG laying around, those work fantastic on top of a flat surface to keep those nice and level and flat while they're drying. Make sure you do let them dry very, very well though. Now, once you have those all dry, you come back to your project. You're going to go ahead and wedge all of those corners together. Now, you'll see that I tried thinking that maybe a little bit of the tacky glue would work good in the corners. However, I recommend just omitting that part. Just go with just the hot glue because the hot glue is going to work fantastic for this section. Once you get those walls glued together, you're also going to glue it to the base itself so that you're starting to have a solid looking structure. So once you have that done, the initial walls on, I cut more of the foam and I placed it on a new outside. So I have complete coverage. So now those hollow corners are now covered up and hidden with beautiful, pretty, clean foam. And so I put lots of hot glue for that and squished it in. You'll also notice those hollow corners. It's a great time to fill those hollow corners up with that hot glue to give it more structure, hold everything together, but also make it a little bit more sturdy. Now I chose at this point to remove the paper on the outside, which allowed me to have access to this beautiful white foam. Now, here are some options for you. If you want, you can repeat the process and make a lid so that it covers and it fits all nice and perfect and beautiful. So when you're not using it, you just see the box versus the exposed cards. The other option you can do is you can now decorate this foam however you choose to do it. So for example, you could take like a pencil, not a mechanical pencil, but like a regular pencil or a ballpoint pen, and you can draw on the different like paving stones to make it look like stones or make it look like bricks. And then you can go ahead and paint it accordingly. You could also use a pencil and draw like wood texture to make it look like planks going either direction you want it to go. But what I'm going to do is, because for example, this deck of cards is for a bard specifically. So I'm thinking I'm going to do some kind of design with like maybe music notes or something like that. Haven't quite decided yet, but I wanted to get this video out so you guys can see the basic structure. And then of course the designs and the decorations, that'll all be up to you. So guys, do us a favor, go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. You can also use our affiliate link for Amazon down below if you need to grab any of the supplies like the glue or anything like that. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help us. So instead of going straight to Amazon, if you do us a favor, click our link first. We'll route you to Amazon, and that way we get credit for sending you there. You can also help us out by becoming a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/dmdone and look at the different levels that you can enter as well and all the cool stuff that you'd get access to. Hey guys, we thank you so very much. And until next time, have more D&D fun with DM Done.